Alright, well, hello there again. Welcome back. Because anything goes. And this is a catchphrase that's dying, but that's okay. So yeah, we're here in Gen 5, which was the generation I started really paying attention to, like, video games in general, where it's kind of like where I started actually caring about playing a game and not, like, finishing it, for example, and not just, like, replaying the beginning over and over again because I sucked a ton. So yeah, that's fun. So let's get right into this. We have some Victinis, one from the 20th anniversary thing, which I hope they do again someday because they didn't distribute the Gen 6 ones with that. Well, obviously, because some of them weren't out yet, but for some reason I missed out on the Gen 6 Pokemon for the Mythicals and the Gen 7, to be honest. And so, which is another reason I could never really complete the National Dex afterwards, which I know I said I completed in Gen 6, where I quote-unquote completed it because you don't need the Mythicals for that, so, We have 2011, which is from a very recent White playthrough, where I was very grind-heavy for some reason. Like, I just wanted to, like, raise all my Pokemon to absurd levels for some reason, and I realized I'm going to waste my life on this if I keep going, so I ended it and just transferred those up. This is my original Superior from the first playthrough White. Always good memories. This is the Tepig that I got from Black 2, I think. I had all the starters at that point, I think, is what happened. No. It was White 2. I chose Tepig, but I hated him so much that I just put him in the box and then only evolved him for the Pokedex later, and I just didn't use my starter during the playthrough. That was an interesting experience. I had a different team for that without the starter, so. 256, that's another one from the recent playthrough, and the reason it's called that is because, despite the fact that Pokemon like this have such a high chance of being caught, even with low health, I somehow missed it on the first ball. So, it's 256 chance, you know what I mean? Dowsing, because it has pickup, and, dowsing machine. Oh, Isabel, my friend had dogs named Roxy and Isabel, and it doesn't seem like Roxy has made it here, but Isabel did. I remember I did name one of them Roxy. That's unfortunate, but oh well. Not Helen. Don't know what that nickname means, but hey. I love some of these nicknames, like Steel Type. I don't know. They're silly, but they work. You know what I mean? Like this. I remember thinking that I would always name the monkeys after specific things. Like, for example, I'd always call my Pansage and stuff something with an herb. And then I found out I named none of them that. So herb pun doesn't really work, but that's okay. And the same thing with Panseers. I thought I named all of them based on spices, except it looks like Spice Pun has not made it with us. Interesting. Alright, we'll have to figure out why that is. And then this is Basculin Plus, when I learned that Simisaur... So I learned that Simisaur is basically the same quality as Basculin. And that's interesting to me because in my first playthrough of White, I had the Simipour, and I got really frustrated that it was, like, underperforming. And so it was the first time in a Pokemon game I said, no, I don't want to use this Pokemon anymore. I put it in the box, and I replaced it with a Basculin. So, joke's on me, I guess. Nom. The best. Not as many of these have nicknames as I thought they did. That probably comes from remember I said I hadn't gotten into my nickname phase quite yet during White, and it was just somehow in the aftergame a specific few from White Forest I was like, they must have nicknames. Not Crow, of course, because it's not Crobat. Huh. Yeah, I guess this goes to show that I have a hoarding problem, especially since most of these don't have nicknames. And if they do, I don't really remember where they're from. You know? Yeah, 2011. White is a nostalgic Pokemon game for me. So, you know. Fun fact, I thought what was it, Reshiram? I thought that was cooler. And so, because it was the white one, I pre-ordered Pokemon White, not knowing that in reality Zekrom was the mascot of that. So, you know. I really don't know why some of these nicknames are as they are, though. To be like, I mean, some of them are good, like Jimmy. It's not as good as Jimbo the Wailord, but it's fine. And some of them are awful, like Rare Fight. And this is back when I didn't give nicknames. I just had to name it Rare Fight, and I had to make it capitalized, proper, unlike all the other nicknames from that time. Of course I did. Doofy. Okay. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Yeah, potential. That's like I don't remember some of the stories behind these. I know Souvenir is because I was looking for like an hour for Lilligant in that recent White playthrough, and then the second one, and then right after I got it, Chicago, I got another one that appeared, and so that it's a souvenir for the road. Do I still have Blue Eye? It was the trade Basculin that I used him for most of the White playthrough. He was like one of my best teammates, only to find out that he's basically on par with Simipour, which is interesting. There are. I remember I'd always be obsessed with naming Darmanitans and Darumakas after something related to like hot sauce or spicy, or in this case Pizza Hut. Not sure why. I guess they just because Darumaka always reminded me of a chicken wing, to be honest, which is probably bad, but you know. I know this one. It was just because I accidentally caught it. I didn't need to keep it though, but of course I did. And for some reason I needed a pair of Trubbish called Ruby and Sapphire. I just did. Yeah, it really is a shame. Like, I don't know why that's Hilda. I don't know why that's Uno. I don't know why it's Nelly. I mean, like, I really should reevaluate myself in thinking about all these Pokemon that I have, because I really don't need them. I mean, it's cool to go through, but that's only assuming that I remember what they are. Like, what's the point of this collection? Which is kind of sad to think about, because I've spent a lot of time catching a lot of them, but I don't remember most of these. Like, where's this Craggle from? It's from a Gen 5 game, but I don't know where or why and what significance it has, or why this name is named Sure, or anything. It's just kind of odd, I guess. But, I don't know, I guess this is part of Discovery, right? And apparently, I needed to name it Dinosaur, because that's the most creative nickname my 10-year-old brain could think of. Maybe that's why Pokemon White, Black and White, they really got me, because I was actually finally the target demographic of a 10-year-old. Time Warner, that's a classic. I know this one because I always pronounce it Verizon, and it's Verizion, and my 10-year-old brain was like, "Hey, Verizon, Time Warner Cable, they're opposites, yay!" Time Warner Cable doesn't exist anymore, though, so the joke doesn't really work too well, which is unfortunate, but what you gonna do? Alright, well, I guess that's it for here, because we gotta wrap up with Dinosaur here, because this is just the best nickname in the world, and you should all put your standards at this level. Well, we learned a lot today about how I don't need these Pokemon, but you know, we'll keep going, see if there's any more that we remember better. Until next time, see ya.